Hey everybody, I'm Shane Mason and this is Mason Boys Outdoors. And today I'm going to show you how to properly clean a grinnel. But before I show you how to clean it, come with me down to the river for 3.5 minutes. We'll go catch him and a few bass. Let's see if we get him this time. Come on in here. Oh, what? Look at this. Got a grinnel. Oh my goodness. Hey everybody, I'm Shane Mason. This is Mason Boys Outdoors, and this is a grinnel. Grinnel, a bowfin. I know a lot of people don't eat them except for YouTubers. Now that's not exactly true. A lot of people do eat them, but got a lot goes into them. But there are plenty of these out here, and a lot of times they'll have a spot on their tail, a lot of times they won't. Silas has been wanting to catch one of these for about 6 months. I've been waiting on summertime to come around to try to get some. Wasn't expecting to get one today, but we got it and I'm gonna keep it. So mainly to show Silas, and we'll try to eat this thing, see how it turns out. One thing about grinnels, do not put your finger in its mouth. He has a lot of teeth, so you got to be careful with him. It's good to have a rag or something, like if you're catfishing, because they have scales, but they're super slimy. They really seem to be liking this purple and black lizard, really dark purple what it is, with green flakes. And I've been having a lot more hits on it than I did with anything else. Oh, just got hit. There he goes, there he goes. Oh, there he is. Come on in here, buddy. He ain't gonna make dinner. There he is, about a 9 or 10 inch male. Little fun catch. Hate you guys missed that. My camera got turned around in the excitement, but it's a little, probably 1.5 pound bass, about 13-14 inches long. Caught him on the black lizard that I've been using. What I've done, I've come way back here to the very end of the bayou, off of the river. But we just got this one. He's going to be perfect for the frying pan, and so let's see if we can get another one. There we go. What in the world we got? Oh, we got another little bass. Another little chunky bass here. He's under 12 inches, so he's going back. Let's turn him loose. Adios, muchacho. See a lot on YouTube, people filleting grinnels or bowfins, and you don't want to fillet them totally. To properly prepare a grinnel, there's a few things that you have to do. First, you have to bleed them out. Secondly, you want to skill them, because their meat is so soft that you need that skin on them to keep the texture in it. And thirdly, you don't want to cut the guts. Guts in a grinnel will contaminate the meat, and if it doesn't turn your stomach, then it'll ruin the meat. We have our grinnel here, and the first thing that we want to do is bleed it out. You're going to take your knife. You're going to take a good, sharp, sturdy knife, and you want to cut straight through its backbone. Right at the end, you want to cut all the way through there and bleed the fish out. You want to try to get all the blood out as much as possible. Next, after you bleed the grinnel out, you want to scale it. You want to keep the skin on the fish. So all you want to do is take the scales off. I have a fork here, and all you're going to do is rake from tail to head, peeling those scales off. Scale it all the way up to its head, just as high as you can get it. Millions of them. Say millions. It's a bunch. Make sure you get them all off the top, all off the bottom, all off its side. All right. Then you just wash all that off. And once you scale it, what you want to do is cut its head off and gut it, but be sure and not puncture the guts. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut right around his head. He's really slick right now, slick like a catfish. So you want a good sharp knife. A grinnel's head is hard. So, and you can really feel where the skull and the meat. Cut right down to the backbone there. And then come around. Be careful. Get right under that fin and come around. Don't cut too deep. Don't cut the guts. But you got to cut through that meat. All the way around. Then you can just pop his head off. Pull his guts out. Get them all out the best you can. Got all that out. Cut it straight down like you would regularly. I'm gonna wash it out real good. See this right here, all this dark stuff, you got to get all of that out. I had never seen it like this in any other type of fish but a bowfin. But you can dig it out. Cut this skin on either side of the backbone. You see that black line? I don't know if it's coagulated blood or what, but it has to come out. Water hose and wash all that out. Well, we have our bowfin here, all clean. Got the innards out and scaled, head off. We're going to halfway fillet it. We're going to leave the skin on, but we're going to cut the fins and we're going to cut it off of the backbone. And that's what the catfish skinners are here for. We're going to take this back fin off first. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to come right down the side of it, get about a half inch down in there. And come all the way out. And then you come all the way down. You do this on both sides and you'll get all those bones out. You'll get a lot of the fat out also. And then you take your catfish skinners and you just grab it and they'll just pull right on out. Don't grab it too hard or you'll cut straight through the bones. There you have it. You have your top fin out. Nothing but choice meat up there now. And we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. Come down like that, either side. Where the fins stick out of the fish, stick it into the fish or bones. So you want to get all that out. Now the rest of the process is the same idea as filleting the fish. Come down to the center line, cut straight down to the backbone. take those ribs out. On the bigger grinnel, actually has a pretty decent amount of rib meat on them. So you might want to save those. You can tell how the texture is on this fish. It's a very, very soft meat. And we still have the backbone inside of this one. So we're going to start at the tail and work our way up. Get right under those bones. And the more you do it, the better you'll get. The more experience you'll have, the better you can feel it. There you go. That's where the rib stopped, right there. Didn't leave much for the crawfish on that one. And there you have it. Good, nice fillets right there. And we'll cut it up into eating size just like any other fish. This is the bass. You can tell that the texture is really firm in bass, but in grinnel it's really soft, and that's why we left the skin on. When I was preparing it, I scaled it because I was gonna bake it. I was gonna like fry bake it, but then once I got into it, I wanted to fry it and compare it with the bass. We have the bass in the grinnel.
See what I mean by chewy?
Mm-hmm. It's not a flaky fish. It's kind of mushy.
Chewy.
Chewy. And you realize that even as you're cleaning it, once you cut it open and you see that it's the texture of the fish. It's still good to eat, and you know it's not one of my favorite fish.
Show a close up of that.
Here's the grinnel right here, and it's you can see the moisture coming out of it, and it might be the fact that we cooked it in grease. The reason I was gonna, and that's the bass there.
Much flakier.
Yeah, I was gonna bake it at first is because the grinnel's got a really soft meat, and it soaks up the grease. And so if you bake it, it doesn't soak up any grease, and it's, I was going to try it like that. I heard it was much better that way.
Is that the bass?
Uh-huh. You want to try the bowfin?
It's good.
All right, you ready to try bowfin?
They do like taste the same.
They taste the same. There you have it. From the mouth of innocence. Sorry about the headless fisherman. I've had that issue since I was a teenager. People just want to cut my head out of videos and photos and everything else. It's one of those tall guy problems. But I want you guys to know that bowfin, grinnel, chew pick, whatever you want to call them, they are good to eat. Definitely not a trash fish as people always thought. But I want to leave y'all with that. Thank you guys for watching. Always remember, catch a mess and leave the rest. God bless you, and we'll see you on the next video.